Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Families and staff of John Newbery and Lincoln Elementary Schools were informed yesterday that there will be changes in leadership at their schools should the Wenatchee School Board decide to close Columbia Elementary. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell announced today that more than $20 million has been allocated to make property in and around the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest more resistant to wildfires. This unseasonably warm weather continues tomorrow and Saturday before weather changes move in on Sunday. Your local forecast is coming up. A mental health patient being transported by ambulance from Spokane to Wenatchee escaped Wednesday night on Highway 28 and broke into a Crescent Bar home before being recaptured. The Grant County Sheriff's Office said that at about 9 p.m., the man, who has a history of mental illness and harming others, managed to slip out of his restraints. When the private ambulance pulled over near the Grant-Chelan County line, the man fled on foot about a half mile to Crescent Bar. After Washington State Patrol troopers searching the area found a home with broken windows, law enforcement officers surrounded the house. About 2 a.m., officers and a canine entered the home and detained the man without incident. The home was unoccupied at the time of the break-in and the ambulance crew was not injured. The man was transported by Douglas County Sheriff's deputies to the facility in Wenatchee. Families and staff of John Newbery and Lincoln Elementary Schools were informed yesterday that there will be changes in leadership at their schools should the Wenatchee School Board decide to close Columbia Elementary. Last night, Superintendent Corey Callahar sent an email to the families informing them of the changes to school leaders in principal and assistant principal roles, and school staff were informed yesterday afternoon at staff meetings. If Columbia closes, Newbery Principal Socorro Yanez will join Lincoln Elementary Schools as co-principal with Tim Shepard. Columbia Principal Cy Stuber and Assistant Principal Lydia Oakes will join the staff at Newbery and maintain their current roles, while the current Newbery and Lincoln Assistant Principals move into classroom teacher roles. The school board will make their final decision on the Columbia Elementary closure on May 14th. Wenatchee Mayor Mike Poyer is settling into his new role. Poyer and his wife Maureen sat down with NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz this week, and he discussed his adjustment to that new role. On February 2nd, the City Council named Chelsea Ewer to fill Poyer's empty seat. There were several applicants to fill the role, and Poyer says he saw that as a good sign.
To get imagine 9 applications, that's unheard of. For this, it just tells you that the city's going the right direction. We're being positive, and we did brought in the top 4, and all 4 of them. And what was really nice about all 4 of them, that either one of them was supporting the other. I'm telling you, they were supporting the other, and so it was very emotional. But we picked what we thought would be best to bring something to the city that we haven't had with City Council member Ewer.
Poyer said predecessor Frank Kuntz had been a big help during the transition, and they've spoken a few times since he took over. He's
open door at any time. I probably talked to him 4 or 5 times, and a couple of issues. And he, literally the day after the election, they set me up a little office, and basically Frank said, "Hey, you know what? This is a transition. We want to be here for you, and here we go." So he did a great job with that transition, and he actually went on vacation. You don't go on very many vacations being mayor, but he went on vacation for a week and got settled in. But yeah, he's been supportive. Again, only like 4 or 5 times. Last time I saw him in the city building, he says, "No, I'm not coming upstairs. This is yours, and you need to take care of it."
Wednesday marked the 5th anniversary of the dramatic rescue of a 6-year-old girl who had fallen through the ice of a Rock Island pond. Rayana Rosenberg is now 11 and a 5th grader at a Chelan County Elementary School. Her mother, Becca Overracker, said Rayana recalls falling into the pond, but little after that. She does remember her 2-month recovery at Seattle Children's Hospital, her mom said. On February 21st, 2019, a Douglas County firefighter swam into the ice icy pond to retrieve the girl's lifeless body. A Ballard ambulance crew and emergency crews at Central Washington Hospital worked feverishly to restore Rayana's breathing before she was taken by helicopter to Seattle. Becca said Rayana still has no fear and is as adventurous as ever. Becca and her then boyfriend were arrested in September of 2019 for a campground robbery at Banks Lake. She was sentenced to 17 months in prison and said she regained custody of her children after her release. When we come back, the Women's Service League of North Central Washington is back March 15th to 17th with another My Girlfriend's Closet shopping experience. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Working with August Edge Real Estate, both sellers and buyers feel confident knowing they are in the hands of award-winning professionals. August Edge offers a 2% listing commission, which includes above-standard service and technology.
We offer high-tech 3D imagery, drone photos, local North Central Washington TV ads, and impressive smart flyer installed at your listing. The August Edge website also hosts your home with an interactive featured listing page.
August Edge is professional, personable, and preferable.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell announced today that more than $20 million has been allocated to make property in and around the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest more resistant to wildfires. The money was awarded by the United States Department of Agriculture using funds from the 2021 Infrastructure Law and the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. It's part of almost $500 million awarded nationwide. The bulk of the money for Washington will go toward the Central Washington Initiative, covering wildfire-prone areas stretching from Yakima County north to Okanagan County. Cantwell said those high-risk areas will benefit from preventative treatments that reduce fuels, improve forest health, and build community resilience. Cantwell said intense wildfires are expected to plague the state into the future, with intense wildfires and unhealthy smoke conditions likely to worsen during the 2024 fire season. The Women's Service League of North Central Washington is back March 15th through the 17th with another My Girlfriend's Closet shopping experience. Each year, Women's Service League collects both new and gently used women's clothing, jewelry, shoes, and accessories through donations to sell over a 3-day period. Last year, the organization generated over $91,000 in sales to support local nonprofits and give out in scholarship funds. The exclusive shopping event will take place at Wenatchee Valley Mall. This year will also include a pre-sale event on March 14th. Tickets for that can be purchased on WSL's website starting tomorrow. A data center technician program is in development for the Wenatchee School District. At the February 13th board meeting, Career and Technical Education Director Jacob Buchholz introduced the program. Buchholz said they've applied for a grant to begin the pathway for the program over the next 18 months. The program aims to equip students with applicable skills to become employed in the area. In his presentation, Buchholz said that there are about 6 data centers coming to Chelan and Douglas counties where an estimated 300 to 500 family wage positions will become available. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society when we will introduce you to Link the cat. Our beautiful weather continues through Saturday with changes on the way Sunday. I'll have all those details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is an incredibly affectionate cat named Link.
Okay, this is Link the lover, and he may not stay here too long, but Link has been with us about 2 weeks. He's 2 years old, and as you can see, he is just the most mellow, loving, sweet cat you could hope to meet. There's nothing he doesn't love about being petted and stroked. He obviously loves his food, and this is a cat that would just absolutely love to lie on your windowsill, bathe in the sunlight, greet you when you come home from work, and make biscuits on your lap and give you an awful lot of loving. So if you have a place in your heart for Link, he will fill it up and then some to overflowing. And you can see he's got very unusual markings. It's like a kid coloured him in. And yeah, he's here waiting for his forever home. It looks like he's been ear-tipped, and so it could be that he was a community cat that somebody was loving and taking care of, and he got used to being handled. So I'm not sure if he was a stray or an owner surrender. But he's obviously very comfortable being handled. I don't think that there's too much love in the world for Link the lover. You know, Link would be good with somebody who does want to give him that loving. He obviously really enjoys being handled and petted. But I also know that he also enjoys having a nice deep snooze in his blankets, and so I think that he would give you your space, but he would also be very glad to see you at the end of the day. So if you would like to meet Link, we're open Thursdays through Tuesdays from 11 to 6, and don't delay. Cat this sweet doesn't stay for very long. And yeah, please come and meet Link. And if somebody gets to Link before you, we have a lot of other beautiful animals who are also looking for their forever homes. So please come on by and visit Link.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday, and how could you not have had a great Thursday? What a beautiful day today, even though as we look into the upper valley from our Blag Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera, still a few clouds up that way, but we had lots of sunshine in the Wenatchee area and temperatures above normal. We'll talk more about that coming up, but we do have some changes headed our way. We're going to see a couple more nice days of weather, and then our weather pattern will see a significant change as we get into Sunday. Our big weather for Sunday here in Wenatchee will be lots of wind, and we could see gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour Sunday afternoon into Monday morning, and we could see even some trees down, some power outages around our viewing area, and we're talking Sunday night into early Monday morning. And then snow will come into the passes for western Washington. Stevens, Snoqualmie, Blewett, all could see heavy snow, and that could last all the way into Wednesday. So prepare for that winter driving because it is back. We're not done with winter yet, but let's talk about nice weather. Today's high temperature at 50, and we are going to see some cooler temperatures though, as we mentioned, as we get into the end of the weekend. We'll stay in the 30s for the next few days, and then by the time we get to Monday, our low 30 degrees, and we continue to cool off with our low peaking at 25 degrees. Also a lot of cold temperatures. Omak's going to drop down into 21 degrees. That's from now up until Wednesday, and some cold temperatures for Moses Lake as well, dropping down into those mid-20s. So enjoy these next couple of days because they're going away next week. 50, our unofficial high today. 44 is where we should be for this time of year. 63, our record high, and that was set in 2002. We started off at 34, a nice mild start to our day. 29 is our normal low, and our record 14 degrees, and that was set in 2018. Sunrise 6:54 this morning, and the sun sets at 5:35. All right, let's get you into your Friday temperatures, and this beautiful, unseasonably warm weather will continue. 53s in Moses Lake and Ephrata, just slightly cooler in Quincy at 52. Wenatchee will be around 51 degrees, but boy, lots of 50s up the Highway 97 corridor into Chelan and up to Omak. 50 for Ellensburg, and 49 the high temperature tomorrow for you folks in Leavenworth. All right, tonight, partly cloudy skies, high pressure in the Great Basin area in the western U.S., and this low in the Pacific. They're both helping bring that warm air right into Washington state, but patchy fog is a concern once again overnight tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning, and then that will give way to lots of sunshine for our Friday. It's going to stay mild with highs, as we talked about, generally in the low 50s tomorrow. Getting into the weekend, not much is going to change. We'll see increasing clouds, especially in the afternoon on Saturday. Going to stay mild, though, with high temperatures again in the low 50s. And you can just see the edge of that system moving in on us for Saturday. Boy, nice all up and down the west coast for Saturday. And then by Sunday, get ready for that wind. It's all because of this area of low pressure, and it's moving through southern Alberta and Saskatchewan, and that's going to kick up our winds to 30 to 40 miles an hour, about a 40% chance of rain. I think most of that will stay back in the Cascades. Going to see another nice day Sunday, upper 40s, but Monday, we're talking low 40s. You know, this is why right here with that northwesterly airflow moving into the state and lots of snow in the Cascades with rain in western Washington, this is when travel could really be tricky. Monday and Tuesday, more snow predicted in the Cascades for Tuesday, about a 30% chance for us, a rain-snow mix on Tuesday. High temperatures, though, look at that, much cooler. Highs around 40 degrees, which will actually be below normal. And then on Wednesday, cloudy skies. Another area of low pressure begins to spin its way down the BC coast, and that'll bring us a good chance for rain on Wednesday. About a 50% chance of the wet stuff at the end of our forecast. High temperatures into the mid-40s. All right, your 7-day forecast now. 33 overnight tonight. Nice next couple of days. 51 Friday, 52 on Saturday. A 40% chance of rain on Sunday, but as I mentioned, our big weather feature Sunday, lots of wind. So remember that at the end of the weekend. And then a cool down begins Monday. Partly cloudy, isolated showers for Monday. A 30% chance for rain on Tuesday, going up to a 50% chance of the wet stuff on Wednesday. High temperatures then 44 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Well, for the 21st ranked Washington State Cougars, this is one of the biggest games they have played in years. For one thing, they're ranked. For the first time in 16 years, the Cougars are ranked in the AP poll. And for the first time since 1942, they have a chance to win the conference championship. They got to go down to Tucson, though, to take on the number 4 Arizona Wildcats. The head coach of the Washington State Cougars, Kyle Smith, says his team is ready for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think this group has been great that way. We may, doesn't mean we can't get beat, but I think they've been good about keeping an even keel. I think Andre being our leader, really Isaac and Oscar are very even keeled dudes. They don't get too high or too low. Miles and Ruben are another story. They're pretty excitable, but I think like the other guys I mentioned, they really keep our program in a good spot there. So. But like I said, that being said, we played well at Washington. They had a really good crowd and good environment, and I think this one will be a little more geeked up.
Kind of along those lines, how do you keep a chip on your shoulder while getting praised now? You're no longer maybe the no one believes in this kind of group anymore. With the
I can't really tell you. I've been the underdog forever. So no, it's just a difference. You're being able to play with they'll be a big target. We're not naive. We beat them here, and they are an emotional team. They're like Mike Tyson in his prime. They're going to go for the knockout. That's what they do. They did it their last game. I think, am I crazy? Did Arizona State beat them there last year on that half-court shot?
Cambridge, yep.
Yeah. So they have a long memory, and they were ready for that one. So, I just think this one, the chip and all that. So it's one of the premier programs you're playing in a meaningful game. So it'll be tough.
Cougars and Wildcats tip off at 8 o'clock tonight on FS1. The Husky men, they're in Tempe to take on the Sun Devils. That's at 6 o'clock. And Gonzaga, they are in Rose City to take on Portland. They'll take on the Pilots. You can watch that on Root Sports. As far as the Lady Bulldogs are concerned, they've already clinched the West Coast Conference Championship, and they still have 3 regular season games to go. San Francisco is in town. The Lady Dons in Spokane. You can watch that on ESPN+. I don't have it. And finally, the Seattle Kraken, second of 6 consecutive home games at Climate Pledge Arena. First place Vancouver Canucks are in town, 7 o'clock tonight. Coach Dave Haxtell says this is the time of the year where he keeps a very close eye on the standings.
All the time, absolutely. I mean, I watched hockey all night last night, so not necessarily scoreboard watching. I mean, we've got to do our job. But yeah, of course. I mean, I think everybody's a little bit different on what they do away from the rink. But yeah, our awareness is, at least for me, I know what's going on and what's happening on any given night, and what the standings look like the next morning. And obviously I enjoy the sport. I love watching the game, but usually watching with a little more purpose at this time of year, especially when you get to this stage of the year, and you have an opportunity to see what some of the upcoming teams that you're playing against are doing, and it's all part of the process.
Canucks in Seattle, 7 o'clock tonight on Root Sports. And finally, don't forget, a lot of local teams will be playing in the state basketball tournament right here in the big city. Head to Wenatchee High School, 2 games on Friday, 3 games on Saturday. It's Tonasket and Friday Harbor, 6 o'clock, the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium in the girls bracket. That'll be followed by Okanagan and Adna at 8. Then you got 3 games at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium, all to the first round. Lake Roosevelt and Tri-Cities Prep will tip off at 2 o'clock. At 4 o'clock in girls action, Waterville, Mansfield will take on Oakdale, and then the Cashmere Faithful will be packing the gym at 6 o'clock on Saturday afternoon as they take on Cedar Park Christian. Eric Granstrom, get well, buddy. Have a great Thursday. That's sports. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we want to give the folks at Joyful Scholars a whole bunch of love, folks, and you can help them out. Jeremy Anders and Brooke, who runs the darn place. Jeremy is here because he's a parent and he's a nice guy. Brooke's an even nicer person. You're going to get to know both of them, find out about how you can help the Joyful Scholars School through a bit of a financial bind. You can help them out, and we'll tell you about it on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.